1019 The Fox, Melbourne's number one hit music station. Matt and Joe show, 7:06. Good looking morning outside. A few showers later on today, though, top of 22. You can join us anytime you like, 131060. You can hash MJ Show on Twitter, of course, through the Matt and Joe Facebook page.
I don't want you to get the wrong impression as to what I look at on the internet, but I have come across quite a few stories recently about a new procedure, kind of in the world of cosmetic procedure, but it's sort of half medical as well.
Right.
Firstly, I saw the headline, How to Boost Your Libido in a Lunch Hour.
That doesn't sound medical.
You might want to see this as a little ears warning as we speak.
Yeah.
Can you just do it at morning tea?
Then I went, how do we do this? And I came across this concept of a G-spot enhancement. It's a medical procedure that involves kind of like a filler that you'd put in your lips.
To make the erogenous zone easier to find,
and
more to enjoy.
And a broader surface area that
Right.
can then mean that your experience is far more intense and far more satisfying.
Right.
I have discovered that this is happening here in Australia as well. I thought it might be just America and Britain, but no. And to talk about it, we're joined by Dr. Les Blackstock. Good morning. Great to speak with you.
You too. Good morning to you.
You are from the Enhance Clinic, which is a clinic that specialises in surgical and non-surgical procedures, anti-wrinkle injections, laser treatments, liposuction, breast enhancement, all that sort of thing. Pretty standard. And then there is something that I have just recently read about called the G-spot enhancement.
Yes, we do the G-spot and many things around the female genitalia that can help sexual enhancement and ladies who have problems in that area.
Can you explain to me exactly what that is?
The process involves quite a detailed discussion, and I probably end up talking to women much more about G-spots than I actually do about doing the procedure, because many times there's a lot to be obtained by sitting down and helping women understand their own sexuality and anatomy, because there's a lot of confusion and many women just don't know what's there.
Look, I totally understand what you're saying there, and I kind of agree with you. I mean, it's not your general experience that you, A, are educated on that by anyone who really is an expert, or B, you don't kind of do that with your partner, because it's a bit embarrassing generally, particularly when you're in that first blush of sexual awakening. But what actually is the physical process? What is the procedure?
The procedure is using a dermal filler, which is commonly used to enhance lips or creases on faces. And we're using that to go into the vagina and bring forward the G-spot. So during the act of intimacy, there's more stimulation.
Right. Now, I'm interested in the line that possibly could be drawn, Dr. Les, between repair and augmentation, as in those who have less to start with and are just being brought back to a position of what you might consider normality, for want of a better word, and people who may be, I don't know, greedy and just wanting... Do you know what I mean? How one seems to be medical and the other just seems to be, you know, I guess, narcissistic in some respects.
Yes, I see where you're coming from. About 15% of women fail to reach orgasm regardless of what happens. And I think the point is that much of an orgasm response in a woman is related to not the anatomy below the waist, but the psychology above the shoulders.
Right.
There's a lot of time working out if there is a problem there. If we can solve that, we don't need the procedure to enhance.
But there's no doubt, firstly, your sexuality is, it is one of the things that is at the core of your identity. I think it's absolutely crucial. And also, for a woman who's unable to orgasm, that must be, you know, very difficult, in as much as you would doubt yourself, you would wonder what's different about you, and you would feel like you're a failure as a woman.
Yeah, I find that the case, that women who do come in who are unable to orgasm, they do feel quite inadequate, and it can be destroying. If they are given the knowledge that they're not alone, or you can then help them relax and understand it may be quality of relationship or their upbringing, they can see that they may be able to relax and enjoy sex more. And even if they don't orgasm, they feel more comfortable that they're not abnormal.
Right. Surely every single one of these discussions should take place with their partner there as well, eventually.
Yes, I think probably strongly involve the partner sometime after it. A lot of the time it's helping the women understand that it's okay to talk about these things with someone professional. Then they can go back and train their partner. As I said before, the understanding of the female anatomy is quite limited, and I jokingly say whoever designed it must have been a male.
Right.
Well, but I also think a lot of women find speaking about their sexual pleasure very embarrassing. They don't want to talk about it with their partner because they're kind of embarrassed to even acknowledge it in themselves. You know, it's just not in our makeup and it's not in our training as we grow up into women to think that it's okay to identify with that side of yourself.
That's absolutely right. And I find that women will talk to me because I'm in the area of what I do, but they won't talk to their GP from that side. And many won't even talk to their peers as well, too. And, you know, when you start to say to them, hey, look, here are some statistics, go and find this out if you're in this normal range, it helps them so much from that side. And I would encourage women to discuss it with their best friends. They may find that they're not alone.
Thank you so much. Great to speak
I hope
with
it
you.
helps you guys, and talk to me anytime you want to talk about anything in this world.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Dr. Les.
Catch you later, guys. Have a good
Bye.
show.
You too.
Bye.
Dr. Les Blackstock on the Matt and Joe Show.
From the Enhanced Clinic, who is doing this procedure. I tell you what I found interesting there, that he said about 15% of women don't reach orgasm. I think that's low from my experience speaking
Anecdotally?
with, anecdotally
Well, I always
speaking with
wonder,
friends of mine.
For women who have never, how do they know?
I think they know that they're not reaching some kind of sense of a climax or,
Amidst the general chatter in classes of their girlfriends who
Well,
say,
yeah.
really?
And plenty of
No."
women say, I've never experienced... I'm going to say the big O now, because
Well,
you've got to be careful how many times we say it on
that's
the
fine,
show.
but
many women don't experience it, but they still enjoy the experience
I was
of
going to say, and
an intimate relationship. It's just that they know they're not reaching that kind of Mount Everest kind of experience that
like
they hear tell of.
for some women, that's not the be-all and end-all. A relationship goes beyond the bedroom.
Yes, absolutely.
So maybe they go, well, it's enough. It's nice. I like the cuddle as well.
Well, I'd love to hear from you, 131060, if you've never had a big O with your partner,
Your current partner.
Okay.
your current partner. Maybe you had in the past.
But not with the current partner.
Yeah, which would be a strange situation to be in because you're like, oh, well, I'm happy in every other area of my life, so I'm going to put up with this.
Yeah,
Or maybe
yeah.
you're unhappy and you just don't know how to bring it up.
That
Yeah,
could be true as
we,
well.
We can keep you anonymous, but if you're in that
Yeah.
situation now, call us 131060.
Plenty of women would say, I think, that I'm able to do it on my own, but just not with this person.
Well, they won't be able to call.
So just a bit of a word of warning too that
What?
our
Busy.
adult concepts will continue over the next few minutes.
Well,
For little
because
ears.
what we're doing is exactly what that doctor has suggested we should
Correct.
do. Allow
That's
women
right.
the opportunity to speak openly about it, because otherwise it's not going to get better.
Exactly. But if you've got little ears
trying
around,
to
just beware. 14 past 7, 131060 is the number. Hottest headlines. Carly, what do you got?